Hello dear students and other viewers, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Most welcome in Hussaini Public YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the most important topic in writing skill, that is letter writing. Why it's most important topic? Because the students from 4th standard to the university level every so often need to write letters. Not only students, but we can also say the person who is able to read and write, that means literate persons, or we can say educated ones. Okay, every so often need to write letters, as well as in workplaces, or we can say also in personal lives we write letters. So this is very important. Before we will talk about letter writing or about letters and types of letters, I just want to make here a point, that is, all communication involves three factors. Okay, most important, that is a sender, okay, message, and a receiver. Sender, the person who has something to say, who has something to say. Okay, what he has to say? Of course, message. What? Message. Okay, why? To suit the receiver. To suit the receiver. Very important to suit the receiver. Whatever you are going to write, you as a sender, as a writer, okay, it must suit the receiver. That's very important. Must suit. You have to take care of vocabulary. You have to take care of language. Okay, what type of letter you are going to write. Okay, you must take care of the language, the tune, so that it may suit the receiver. This was very important. Okay, so if you talk about the receiver, I must say the adjustment is the responsibility of receiver. How you have to adjust the letter, okay, this is the responsibility of sender. Okay, that means you as a sender has to take care of everything. Okay, about you must know the nuance of letter writing. So if it's your responsibility, then you must know what's letter. So the question, okay, here is what is letter actually. A letter is a written message. A letter is a written message. It's a written message that can be handwritten, or printed on paper. Printed on paper. Very important. Printed on paper. Why so? Because the modern technology we use computers, we use keyboards for writing letters, and then we get print out from computers. We can say from printers, but still we have the custom of writing messages. That means we write with pen. We may say that letter is a conversation with pen. Okay, got it. So that's what actually letter is. Now let's talk about why we write letter. That means what is the purpose? What's the purpose of writing a letter? Okay, what's the purpose? What's purpose? First of all, to keep in touch with people. Very important. Okay, people, that means with our relatives, that means with our friends, okay, that means with our parents. If you are in America, you want to say, or you want to convey a message to your parents, you can write letters. That's why, to keep in touch with no, people. Number second, we can say to make complaints. Okay. Also, to make enquiries. Okay. To make requests. Can say to convey and so on. We can say the purpose of writing a letter. So there may be a question, for example, if I said to make complaints we write letters, okay, is it necessary to write letters? So that means we can use mobile phones as well if you have to make complaint. For example, if we have got product from any company, okay, so that product was not good. So what we do, okay, most of the time, what we do, we make phone calls. So we make complaints. But keep in mind, I must write here one quotation from Neil Postman says about writing. He says that the written word endures, and the spoken word disappears. Okay. If you write a letter, okay, if you write a complaint, okay, through letter, that means it endures, it exists forever there. If you will speak to the company, the head of the company, or you can the manager, then that disappears. Okay, it will not exist there. So it's very important. On simple words, मैं आपको ये बोल सकता हूँ कि जब हम कुछ चीज़ लिखते हैं तो वो वहाँ पर रहता है, वो प्रूफ होता है हमारे पास. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपको लीव रखनी है, स्टूडेंट्स पर्सपेक्टिव, आप लीव आपको रखनी है स्कूल में, तो आप क्या करते हो, आप रिटन, ओके, हैंड राइट करते हो और ब्लैंक पेपर पे लिखते हो, फिर आप सेंड करते हो. आप कॉल भी कर सकते थे, बट यू डोंट मेक कॉल्स, ओके, बिकॉज नो, a teacher, a form teacher must need proof. That's your letter, that's your application. Still, we have the case in if you will work in any company, okay, so or you can say आप किसी ऑफिस में हो, तो आप क्या करते हो, आप नहीं आ सकते हो ऑफिस, तो आप क्या करते हैं, आप लीव लिखते हैं, आपको किसी अपने कोलीग को बोलते हैं कि ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ मी आप वहाँ पे आप लीव रख सकते हैं. सो नॉट you can't say कि मैंने कॉल की है तो मैंने रखी थी लीव वहाँ पे. It's that's not accepted, okay, acceptable. So that's what actually the purpose, or you can say the importance of letter writing. Now let's move towards that's types of letters. We can say in broad sense we have two types, that is letter types we have. In broad sense we have formal letter and informal letter. Formal letter, okay, types of letters. Informal letter and formal letter. what is informal letter and what is formal letter. Formal letter is, where the language is formal. Okay, that means, strictly, professional in nature. And if you talk informal, not professional in nature, the tune is ordinary, we can say, a friendly tune. Okay, the style is free. There is no any prescribed style, or you can say prescribed format, or any certain pattern for informal letters. But if you talk about formal, there is a certain pattern, you have to follow that. We can say there is a certain style, you have to follow that. Prescribed pattern, you have to follow that. Okay, and also we can talk. This is something serious. This is not serious. Okay, this is relaxed. Something relaxed. Here we use complete sentences. Here we can use short sentences. If you talk about a formal letter, it should be to the point, precise. Okay. If you talk about informal letter, it may be something conversational. Okay, or we can say chatty type. So that means this should be short type of letter. Short in the sense I'm talking about word limit. If you talk about informal, it can be longer than this, because in informal type of letter you can write anything, okay, to your addressor, okay, to your addressee. For example, if you are in USA, okay, you want to write to your friend, okay, what you have visited some places there, so you say hello, how are you, and you can give the details of that. That means it can be longer than this formal letter writing. So this was formal and informal letter. We have some grammars that says about this semi-formal or informal formal. It's in terms of language. That means we mix here informal, mixed language, informal and formal language. That's why it's also called semi-formal. But here we will talk about formal, and we will concentrate on formal letter writing and informal letter writing. So to whom people we are going to write this? First of all, we write to letters to, I can say, letters to principals, okay, letters to editors, you can say here letters to or from organization and government departments. Okay, here we can say letters to head of institutions, okay, so on. That's true. Formal type of, we can say, of a letter. Informal, we write to friends, okay. Second, we can talk about many relatives. Third, parents, uncles, aunts, okay, cousins. So this is a formal letter to whom we are going to write this, and informal letter writing. Now, in next video, we will talk about some types of this letter writing, and we will discuss also the format. Till then.